It's Lynn Kilbride and welcome to Sacred Spaces Studio. Today we're going to be discussing the Passion Series, the 12 hours that changed everything. We have 7 different cross-shaped boxes. Every one of the boxes represents a stage in the last 12 hours in the life of Christ. So today we're going to go through every one of those boxes for the inside and the outside hidden symbols in each one of them. You may recall in an earlier video, How to Look at Sacred Art, that we went through the symbolism of colors, numbers, and even objects hidden in religious paintings. Well, as the artist, I'm going to give you an inside sneak peek into these 7 crossed boxes. We're going to talk about the symbolism in each of them, and then I encourage you to watch the videos again, the 12 hours that changed everything, now that you know what the symbolism is for each one of the boxes, and see if those videos don't have a whole deeper meaning for you. So without further ado, let's start to talk about the 7 cross boxes and take them apart for the hidden symbolism in each. So let's take a look at this box, the Agony in the Garden. As we probably would have expected, the outside of this box looks like a garden. It's covered in flowers. But let's take a little deeper look. Let's put on our detective hats and talk about the symbolism of color. I didn't put these flowers on here randomly. I didn't select these colors randomly either. So if we go back to how to look at religious art and what colors symbolized, do you remember what the color purple symbolized? The color purple was very difficult to acquire in ancient times. It was a very rare shellfish that they had to extract the dye out of, so only people that were very affluent, kings, leaders, could afford purple clothing. So purple became the color of royalty. So what are we saying here? Jesus is about to become the king of the Jews, and indeed the king of the world during his sacrifice. Now the red flowers, we talked about the fact that red symbolizes passion, love, or sacrifice. Red can also symbolize martyrdom, so intermixed with Jesus becoming king is also Jesus giving himself as a sacrifice. So there's so much more to these boxes if we allow ourselves to meditate a little bit. Now, if you look at the outside of this box and know it's the Agony in the Garden, what would you expect to see on the inside? I wonder if your guess is going to be right. Let's go take a look. Let's open this up. Now we see a little bit more of a garden, image. If we open up these garden gates, what do we think we're going to see? Wow, there's something very dramatic going on inside this garden, isn't there? First, in the center of the garden, there's a chalice. And I wonder why there would be a chalice in the middle of this particular garden. Do you remember in the scriptures something that Jesus said to his Father? If this chalice can be passed without me drinking of it, but not my will but yours be done. So that's the reason there's a chalice. But again, see these symbolic colors around the chalice. The chalice is gold, symbolizing there's something very saintly or royal about this person who is going to drink from it. But inside the chalice is very tainted water, so it means it's going to be a bitter cup he drinks. Other than that, we have some other images in our garden, and the images are very disturbing, aren't they? Can you tell what these are? If you said apple, you're right. So what is an apple doing in a garden? Well, gee, when did we ever hear about apples in a garden in the Bible before this? Yes, you're right, Adam and Eve, they both ate of the apple. Original sin entered the world because of their disobedience by eating that apple. And that's why Jesus had to come and do all of this, is to erase that original sin, to unite us once more with the Father. So that represents the original sin. These snakes represent the devil trying to come and tempt Jesus during this period of time to not do this. So it's a very dramatic image that's happening inside this garden, but it does represent the turmoil that Jesus was going through during this moment. And we'll also put this quote up here. We'll put this up for you to take a look at in this video so we can meditate a little bit more on some of the scriptures that go with the box.